Hey guys, welcome back. I am for Towers Films and
I am Doug218.
welcome back. We are recapping Big Brother Season 21, Episode 13. And we are back with the POV episode for this week.
Yes, we are.
It recapped, of course, that Cliff nominated Jack and Nikki, aka Jackson. And they all had a meltdown simply because they weren't expecting him to go after Jack. They were expecting him to put up Jackson because he volunteered.
Yeah.
And they wanted him to go after Bella. Which Cliff said he's fine with. I mean, most people, I think, even the fans are fine with him going after Bella, too. And let's get one of the 6 out, or 9, 8, whatever out, would ya? But,
start clearing out.
And we know by tonight one of them will go home, but, I'd actually prefer Jack or Jackson to go home. But anyways,
yeah, I'm sorry, that dollar store Jason Momoa has to go.
Well, yeah, I love that. That is so funny. But,
it's true.
It's like, and like Cliff's saying, that's a bigger move, going after Jack or Mickey, because technically they're bullies, and they're pretty much the big guys in the house. And I mean, they talk down to everybody. It's ridiculous.
Oh, for sure.
You know? So, and of course, because they're going into POV, and remember when Christy had told everybody she had the power to activate the diamond POV, now they all gathered, and they're like saying, okay, well, now Jack and Jackson are nominated. One of us has to win POV. Yeah. Now, you can... And Jackson had talked to Christy previously, before he even talked to Cliff about putting himself up. And if she would use the diamond POV power, and she said she would.
But then she started to get
then she started thinking about it, right? Because she's thinking, do I really want to use my power this early? Because I think she'd still have at least 2 more weeks she could use it with. And it would wouldn't it be better to benefit her on game instead of somebody else? Yeah. I would think so. So she's talking to some of the girls about it, like Nicole and Holly and Sis, and talking about whether or not she really actually wants to use this power. Yeah. And this is even before veto players are picked. And so when veto players are picked, it ended up being like Sam, Jess, I forget who else, but Jack decided, oh no, I don't want those people playing, so he activated his power. And now if you remember, his power was to change up the veto players. So if he didn't like them,
it was a redraw.
He could have the redraw. So Sam got picked again anyway, which, so Jack wasn't too happy about that. And then Sis was picked.
And Catherine.
And Catherine was picked. So, and who did Cliff get?
I think Cliff got Catherine.
It was Catherine.
Sam.
Jack got Sam, I believe, and somebody else.
And Leaf.
And Sis. So, Sam was still in the mix, but Jack and Mickey were a little bit happier because there was more of the 6 playing for them. And they weren't actually sure what Sam or Catherine would do with it, so they especially didn't want Sam, even though technically he was part of Undeniable, but because they didn't keep him informed of what they wanted to do last week, now he's saying, I don't care, I won't use it, either one can go home. So they didn't really want to take that chance.
Well, you could even see after he pulled the trigger with the chaos power and the redraw. Yeah. He was not happy. So.
Well, because he didn't want Sam. Sam's pretty much every time he's in it, he wins. So,
and, you know, he had that look like, I just blew this power out the door, you know. You roll the dice, you take a chance.
Where everybody else who's helping, go Sam, hope you win, or Cliff, hope you win, kind of thing. It was almost like an even draw to those who wouldn't use it, to those who would use it. So, I mean, it was kind of cool that way. At least it wasn't, like, too skewed toward, like, the 6.
Yeah.
The 6 shooters, basically, which is pretty much the only alliance left because they pretty much blew it apart. Even Grateful, it doesn't seem to exist anymore.
I need a pen and paper to keep track of all these names.
Well, I think the 6 shooters, that's the original alliance,
yeah.
and they're the ones who are the most loyal to each other, really.
So it went from 6 shooters to Grateful. From
Grateful was the 8, and then Undeniable with adding Sam to it, but now that's blown up. So now it's really just the 6 shooters. So they even before POV again, they all got into the one bedroom, I believe it was the target room, and they were trying to convince Chrissy. Well, Jackson was again talking down to her. Really, I don't see him talking down to too many of the guys. If they're like whom he considers stronger.
Yeah.
He doesn't, same with Jack, he's not condescending to them, but he is with a lot of people. He tries to be with Christy, and she kind of lets him, even though she says she's a smart woman and strong woman. So he's like, well, what's the problem? I'm the one putting up Bella. You just have to activate the power. I'm the one getting
blood on my hands.
But I don't think they're quite understanding that she didn't necessarily want to use it for them.
Yeah.
For their benefit. She wants to use it for her own benefit.
I want it. If I need it, I should be able to use it. Gosh darn it.
You know, because I don't blame you, Christy. That's how I'd want to do it too. It's my power. And then, so of course, she's regretting telling everybody she has this power. And this is why you don't tell everybody about powers.
We're going to say this again. You win a power. You win a power.
Right.
Unless you're in a strong alliance.
And you actually trust them.
Like us.
Right.
I tell you. You tell me.
Or, like, tell Tommy, I think. Because Lucy noticed him outside the house.
The rest of the knuckleheads?
And he's not the one who told. She is.
The rest of them? They don't need to know.
Well, exactly. Because Jack didn't even tell anybody else, I think, outside of Christy.
Until the last minute.
Until the last minute. Nobody else knew. Yeah. That's how you do it.
Yeah, you keep quiet. Shut your mouth.
You know, I mean, why did she even say anything in the first place? Because then, like she said, then she got all teary because she's like, now I feel pressure to use it. That's why I don't tell anybody. You know?
I'm not going to get emotionally invested. If I got a power in my pocket, she's going to know, I'm going to know, and that's it.
Right.
If I have to pull the trigger on it, I'm going to pull the trigger on it and use it how I see fit.
Right.
Yeah.
To benefit you the best. I mean, using it on either Jackson or Jack, if they win POV, how does really benefit you?
Exactly.
You know?
So kids, here ended the lesson.
Yes. So then they go into play Veto. And it's one we've seen before. Similar anyway, but this one is because camp themed, they're on a lake,
and it's the jet skis.
And so, you know, where they have to hold down 3 buttons, well, 2 of the buttons are on the handles, and one's like by where the pedal would be. And so they have to hold it down, and if, depending on how many they let go, the timer would speed up.
10 times, 30 times.
To, like, 60 times. So, and while they're on this thing, they have to take
off their clothes down to the bathing suit.
And they have to get into their bathing suit and then jump in the water.
And hit the timer.
Timer button. So, they all had weird
ways of going.
The ones who did it, like, actually thoughtfully were Cliff and Mickey. Because they were thinking, I've got to try to keep all the buttons depressed. And it's not really a speed thing. Like, Sam was just like, just take it all off, you know. And I'm holding on all the buttons.
And you see the graphic going...
Well, because you let go of them. It's 60 seconds, a minute.
You know?
You know, so, of course, by the time he was done, he had like 13 minutes. You know? And so, but... so they all did it. And then they were going through. And Cliff had like 4 minutes, 40 somewhat seconds. Catherine had like 3 minutes.
So that knocked Cliff out.
Sam had like
13 minutes, 50.
Minutes. Jack had 11 minutes. And so then, of course, we come to Mickey, and he ends up with just under 3 minutes, at 2 minutes, 59 seconds. It was very close to Catherine's time. It's like, figures.
Horseshoes up the bum. Oh, man.
I think Cliff have won.
So...
Or even Catherine or Sam. But no, Mickey won it. Yay.
Yay. After this, Christy goes up to talk to Cliff. Right?
Because she doesn't want to have to activate her power, so she wants to try to convince him to put Bella up instead, so she doesn't have to use her power.
So the Hogman wheels and deals. He goes, okay, if I do this for you,
what am I going to get?
What's in this for me?
So she said, now, she could be lying.
Oh, she could be.
She said, if you do this for me, I will use my Diamond power veto in a way that benefits you. Yeah. Now, whether or not, and plus we won't come after you for 2 weeks, I think she said. So, whether or not she's lying, who knows?
Or whether or not she can even back that up, because...
Well, she might, because Jack, I think, would listen to Chrissy.
Yeah.
Because really, she's the one who was wheeling and dealing and tried to coming up with, and like she could always say, if we can avoid using this power now, it could benefit us later on. Like, if we can hold on to it as long as possible, it's better. Because once you use it, it's done. See, Jack's no longer got his power. Yeah. Now they only have this power. So, the longer you can hold on to it, the better, really.
And Cliff's thinking, okay, if I do this, then maybe I'll have Christy's protection and maybe generate a little goodwill on the opposite side.
And Chrissy's thinking the same. Like, she's thinking it's great to have an ally outside of the Six. So, I think she's somewhat genuine. It just seems like it with this. So,
a little high-strung, a little emotional, but she seems like a genuine person.
At least with this, I don't think she's playing him. It doesn't look like it anyway.
Okay, so it's veto time. Veto ceremony time.
Veto ceremony time.
And...
of course, Mickey's going to take himself off the block. Christy rolls the dice here because Cliff could have been lying to her. Yeah. He might have just told her what she wanted to hear.
Oh, of course.
And, a lot of people would have, let's face it, and still would have put up somebody else to guarantee, like, at least Jack would go home. And so he did put up Bella.
But there was...
he said he would because he didn't want to break his word. But, like, to him, I don't think he cares at this point. Bella is another target of his anyway, so... at least one of the 6 or 9 or 8 or whatever will go home.
We all gotta go, and just where you fall in the lineup to go out the door, I guess.
But if you think about it, if they really still want to get rid of Jack, if they're smart, they would have the numbers to get rid of him. Yeah. If you think about it, if they actually really wanted to make a power move, they could. They do have the numbers to do so. Because Nick wouldn't vote against Bella, he'd vote Jack out. Catherine has somewhat been working somewhat with Cliff. Yeah. She might, go along with them and vote out Jack. Jess might, although I don't think Bella's done a lot of wrong to Jess, but who knows? She's closer to Jack. She'd be more of the wild card. Sam probably would go after Jack because they left him out of a lot of their decisions. So I think he would think Jack might be the better way to go at this point,
for sure.
And then Nicole is working with Cliff, so she would probably vote Jack out because that's I think the bigger move than Bella. Even though Bella has messed with them, you can get her at a different time because she's still going to be a big target.
Oh, for sure,
including for the other side. So
for sure,
Plus, if Nick and her come to your side, their numbers. So,
and you got to think.
We'll see.
Tommy will if Christy votes with Cliff.
I don't think she'll vote out. So I think she'd vote with 6, but they'd still have the numbers because Jack can't vote. Yeah. So it'd be like Mickey or Jackson, Christy, Holly, Sis, and Tommy.
5-5.
4-5-5, and then Cliff
would be the tiebreaker.
The tiebreaker vote. So
the drama.
So he could get out who he wanted to at that point if he could convince people to do that, but they'll probably vote out Bella.